Make sure it's
My privilege and pleasure to call to order the meeting of City Council, Chiillicothe City Council, on January the 3rd, 2022. This is a special meeting, and it is time for roll call. Kathy, if you do the honors.
Thank you, President Geringer. Phillips?
Here.
Payne?
Here.
Nickerson?
Here.
Farrow?
Here.
Henderson?
Here.
Gillum? Preston?
Here.
Phillips?
Here.
And Prohl.
Here.
Noting Councilperson Gillum absent, call to accept the roll. Motion to excuse Councilwoman Gillum. Councilperson Phillips. Councilperson Prohl. Thank you.
Phillips?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Nickerson?
Yes.
Farrow?
Yes.
Henderson?
Yes.
Gillum? Preston?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
And Prohl.
Yes.
Is there a motion to accept the roll? Councilperson Phillips, would you be willing to lead us in an invocation this evening? Pledge allegiance to the flag. For motion to approve the minutes from previous meeting. First, and second.
Phillips?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Nickerson?
Yes.
Farrow?
Yes.
Henderson?
Yes.
Preston?
Yes.
Phillips?
Yes.
And Prohl.
Yes.
Move on to reports from our officials. First up this evening, Mayor Feeney. Mayor Feeney, do you have any report?
Thank you, President Geringer. Just quickly on the agenda tonight, we have two items. One item is up for third read, which is the opioid settlement, and I would ask for a favorable vote on that. And then the second item is the 2022 operating budget, which is the main show tonight. I'd like to thank department heads, all the council folks from the previous cycle and this cycle for the work that they've put into this budget process. Would also ask for your favorable vote on that. I'd like to welcome new council members and familiar faces to this new term. Look forward to working with everybody. At the next council meeting, I'll go into a little bit, and maybe even in a committee meeting, just going through some workflow type items. And in the meantime, though, my door is wide open. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions. I think out of respect, the same way. Several of you have already reached out. Look forward to working with all of you. One item of pressing note before the next council meeting is that our process for selecting the advisory committee for the master plan is underway. I think the deadline for the applications is the 10th. And so if you are interested or know somebody that is interested in participating in that project, please circulate the applications. Please chat this up. The better sort of coverage we have of the whole community, the better response we'll have. And I think I'll echo what I've said before. One of the main reasons we picked, or one of the significant reasons we picked this firm for this process is that they really emphasized the importance of having a steering committee that was very diverse, very broad. So whereas some steering committees may have had 6, 8, 10 people, we're looking for a steering committee of up to 30 people. So we really want input from the community. We are up to, I think, about 40 applications. We are really looking for applications from the 4th and 6th wards. Those are the 2 wards where we would like to see even more applications than we already have. But really, it's going to be a really good process and will be significantly improved by more participation. And then finally, I just want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Auditor Spetnagel?
I have one item on the agenda tonight, and that is an ordinance to appropriate funds for the 2022 year. Some of you have come in and met with me. I'm not going to go in great detail tonight because we've already done that. If I had your emails, I sent out details last week or the week before. Actually, I can't remember when that was, with detail of each one of these summarized on this ordinance. So if I don't have your email, I can get that to you. But once we get December closed, I will come in and present the last year's financial statements and also do a review of how government accounting works, so that way all the new people have a good understanding of how things happen. And then that concludes my report.
Thank you. Mr. Miller?
Thank you, President Geringer. I'm here on behalf of the law director tonight. Ms. Villarreal's not in the area. I have nothing really to report. I have reviewed both pieces of legislation. I've had the benefit with a couple of council members at least to discuss the opioid legislation that's on the agenda tonight. I'm open for any questions on that or anything with the budget. Other than that, Mr. President, nothing to report.
Thank you. I have nothing to report. Moving on to old business. Yeah. Any old business to discuss from council? Councilperson Prohl.
The only thing I want to say is that at the Finance Committee has item number 2 on tonight's agenda, which is a second reading, so that it can be passed in a timely fashion because of people's paychecks and little things like that. I will, at the appropriate time, ask that we do waive the 3-read rule. So just wanted to make sure I mentioned that beforehand. Thanks.
Any petitions or correspondence received by the clerk?
We haven't received anything since the last meeting.
Thank you. Moving on to new business. Any new business items from our council representative? Thank you. Moving on to legislation. Item number 1.
Third reading of a resolution approving the city's participation in Ohio opioid settlement agreements, including the Janssen opioid settlement with opioid distributor Johnson & Johnson, Janssen Pharmaceuticals, Inc., Ortho McNeil Janssen Pharmaceuticals, Inc., and Janssen Pharmaceutica, Inc., collectively Janssen, and declaring an emergency. Phillips,
Yes.
Payne, Nickerson,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Henderson,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
and Prohl.
Yes.
Legislation passes. Item number 2.
Second reading of an ordinance to make appropriation for current expenses and other expenditures of the City of Chiillicothe, State of Ohio, during the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2022, and ending December 31st, 2022, and declaring an emergency.
At this time, I would ask respectfully that we please waive the 3-read rule.
Roll call.
Phillips,
Yes.
Payne, Nickerson,
Yes.
Farrow, Henderson,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
and Prohl.
Yes.
Legislation passes. Or 3-read rule waive. Motion passes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Nickerson,
Yes.
Farrow,
Yes.
Henderson,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
and Prohl.
Yes.
Legislation passes. Now, open the floor for audience participation. As a reminder, please announce your name and address for the record. Discussion is 15 minutes. Comments are limited to 5. Do we have any? Thank you. Do I have a motion for adjourn? Councilperson Payne, and seconded by Nickerson. Thank you.
Phillips,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Nickerson,
Yes.
Farrow, Henderson,
Yes.
Preston,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
and Prohl.
Yes.